wake up, it's that time again. The sun's not here, but we're on again. Grab your coffee, grab your crystals and gather round. It's not lunch, it's not breakfast, it's the time we found. For brunch, well maybe we're busy. For brunch, maybe we're lazy. For brunch, well maybe it's Conquest. For brunch, or be your request. But brunch is the time that we make for each of us, where we ask ignored dumb stuff, because brunch will always be the special time for eggnogs and for me.
All right. Is this working? Is this thing on? Yes, it is. Good morning. Welcome to brunch. This is impromptu. I woke up I went to bed thinking, yeah, we're not going to do one today. There's no reason to do one today. And I woke up missing it. I woke up a little bit sad because I wanted to do something, and I saw Adder and the same old people on Discord asking about brunch, and I figured, what the hell, right? Like, we might as well. We are still going to do brunch tomorrow morning, which will be a GAC before I leave for vacation. And with some of the new things going on, it probably is going to be a messy GAC, especially as Hobnob is pointing out, this new Hondo can steal locked buffs thing that seems to be on purpose. We're not 100% sure right now, but it does appear like it's sticking around at least for this GAC week. So I'm going to be throwing a lot of things for a loop going into 5v5. As a reminder, this Sunday, I will be on vacation. There will be no brunch. I apologize. I'm sad too, but it does mean that the next regularly scheduled brunch will be my birthday weekend. Birthday's on a Tuesday, but it'll be the brunch leading into my birthday. So we'll be doing birthday brunch. And maybe we'll get Dan on to sing happy birthday, and Dan and Snorlax, just to embarrass the two of them. Definitely Dan, because he's not even supposed to be in that chat, and if I'm going to allow him to be in that chat, then I need to embarrass him sometimes. I have not even gone into game yet. I'm literally staring at the login screen. There's not much going on. We're going to do our Coliseum, our Conquest, our dailies, and then we will just get through. And we're going to crank out as many of these roster reviews as we can. Let's see what's going on in our chat. Right, morning, body feels awful. Just go for 11th shift to my other it was a joke, HodHod. HodHod got me with the joke. I have a ton of guild and SOG people asking me to stream GAC tonight or tomorrow. Obviously, I matched up with one of my guild officers in Divorce Guild. Yeah, you know what I miss is when we did Discord parties, GAC Discord parties, no streaming, just on Discord, just chatting. I know that I'm unavailable for them most of the time, but it was always a fun thing, especially with you, Sin, with Ani, and the people that kind of joined in. Shadow would sometimes do it. Feelings on Coliseum refreshes, Owie. I generally think that you can get to the score that you should be in the first 5 battles. I sometimes do the Coliseum refresh just because, as a creator, I do try to experiment with things, and I always do have a lot of crystals on my account. So I sometimes do them just for the fun of it, but overall, I don't think that they're worth it in most situations. There was one other thing that I wanted to respond to here that I forgot, I guess. Feels bad. I was ranked 93. Not yeah. Yeah. So my bar downstairs. Some of you are asking to be invited. Obviously, it's not done. The bar is there. The backing piece is there. I need to, once we get back from vacation, I found a nice single stud wall mount and a TV we're gonna throw down there. And then my wife yesterday had asked me. She pointed to the corner of the room because it's like an L-shaped room, and she goes, What are we gonna do with that corner? Like, what's the purpose of that corner?" So I'm slowly slipping in those hints that, like, hey, I should move my computer down there. I can put my desk in that corner. I can put up some acoustic panels. I can throw some stuff behind me. It'll look nice. So I'm trying. I'm trying. It won't matter for the school year because during the school year I can only stream when I stream anyway. But it will be nice for next summer at least. With that said, let's pop in a game. What do we have here? As I kind of said before, I literally have not even logged in yet. Morning Shadow. A green screen. I thought about it. I've thought about the idea of a green screen. I don't know if that's my vibe so much. I might get a portable one just to do silly things sometimes. But I don't think a permanent green screen is really... doesn't really fit the Egnard's aesthetic. Miss Eggs. Oh my god. You know, sometimes we just get drunk and watch SNL sketches, Xander, and last night was one of those nights. Some of my favorite... Oh man, Sushi Glory Hole, great. Sushi Glory Hole is perfect. Oh my god, Keblock is still... Keblock, do you still play, man? I haven't seen any of your stuff. Oh, what's up, buddy? One of my favorite people in all of Swugga, honestly. Oh, it's the milk guy. Am I using soda in Coliseum? I am not. He's the sign of the sellouts. Yeah, if I do a green screen, it'll literally just be for like little silly I don't, it's not me. It's not me. The vibe isn't there for me. I like the rustic aesthetic, but I would like to show off some of my stuff. Right? I'd like to be able to show off like my nerdy shit, like my Mega Man stuff behind me. All my Mega Man stuff is in front of me. And I think that kind of sucks. Hopcron is very close to beating your Rada team. Unsure if it's RNG also. Unsure. Yeah, well, GAC, right? 3 GAC Omicrons. Well, as you get higher in GAC, you're K1. Of course, you're going to be facing like top accounts at this point, right? Like that shouldn't surprise you. My new Warhammer collection. My buddy has he has a 3D printer and he's obsessed with 3D printing. And I went to his house on Friday and he 3D printed me like these Mega Man things. But he does 3D print Warhammer stuff. Like his entire army is 3D printed, and he showed me a few of the tanks. Like they look legit. They really, really look legit. Oh my god. I get it, man. Keblock, I honestly do. It is a shame because I kind of liked the direction you were going in with that podcast that you did an episode with, right? Halfway to Holotable Heroes. I'm always about hearing the dynamics from people outside of like the tip of the spear. But I understand. We got to do what we got to do. The era system is its own thing. It's its own beast. It is a pain in the ass. And I understand why some people have left. Am I using soda in Coliseum? I'm not. Right, I'll show you what I'm doing in Coliseum right now. I know some people are saying at the lower end that that soda is doing pretty decently. I'm not really seeing that same... I'm not really seeing that same thing when I get to tier 3. right? Or tier 7. Oh my God, not tier 3. It just doesn't hit the same way for me anyway. I know some people are doing some nice things, right? So I'm looking at the Coliseum website right now, and somebody's getting to 93% of tier 7 using a Mara Jade at 75 and a Soda at 75. And that's awesome. But at the same time, I think that by next week, I'll be able to get Mara Jade to 85, and I will be outperforming that later on. So while players using Soda past 70 or past 55 are kind of kicking my ass in Coliseum right now, I think that there was not enough foresight for foresight. There wasn't enough foresight for those players, and they are going to kind of regret it later on. Well, maybe not regret it, but they are going to like underperform me later on. The Jedi's will. See, I don't want to be responsible for you coming back to the game if it just wasn't vibing with you. Will I get outperformed again when we get to Ronin? By the time we get to Ronin, there'll be plenty of Xeric material out there. I won't have to worry about that. It's these first couple of weeks where that Xeric material is precious. But by the time of Ronin, Ronin is the last marquee. I'll have enough Xeric to get all of them to the level they need to be. So it's not really a concern. And a lot of people on YouTube and Reddit are saying things like, oh, you need Yoda at EL 90 anyway. Like, yes, we understand that. We know that that is coming. But we are, or I am thinking about just this right now and then going to that later on. That's fair, man. That is. I personally would love to see it. I loved, you know, your perspective. I loved the way you treated the game. Oh, come on, where's my counterattacks? I love the way that you treated the game and played the game. I felt it was more real. I miss logging in and seeing Terrence for some stupid reason. Oh, man. I am always playing the long game, but it's really the medium game, right? Because when we think about it, we are going to go back to a spot where I'm going to need all of them anyway. I did. MP, you are like... My God, so many people have messaged me about this guy on... this guy on YouTube who's spending a lot of money, right? Like, every day he's trying to whale in the game. And, a lot of people have messaged me about him. I haven't watched the stuff, but they have been appearing on my feed. Solo, who's here, I think, right now, unless he left, he had asked if I'd reach out to him and help him. And look, if people give him my name and he reaches out to me, I will help him. I don't feel the need to reach out to him. That doesn't make sense. I do think that the whale game is very different in the early game versus the late game. So there are definitely going to be packs that he's buying that I would never buy. But why are we not assisting? What do we have on us that's not assisting? I have a 100% counter chance. Can that move not be assisted? That sucks. Yeah. I have heard that Whiteout Survival is super, super, super big. He doesn't seem like a big It doesn't seem like he's a big creator, so man, he must have a good job. Is all I'm saying. He's got a decent job. And that's fine. Oh, because it's an assist, right? I forgot. You're Emperor, you are 100% correct. Okay, normally I would give Jedi's Will there, but I can't. Egg is stupid sometimes. My god. We're gonna try an early one here. Get the extra attacks. See what happens. Yeah, the Whiteout Survival ads are something else. I get them. I've gotten them for a very long time. They've been on my feeds. Can I get one more attack in? Will this work? I'm not going to. Zero Company is coming out soon. I'm gonna try and play it. The problem is that Zero Company comes out at the end of my summer, so I feel like I'm not gonna get to have as much fun with it as I want to have. I think, and I've said this before on Discord, I think it would be really cool if they released, because XCOM has like the character creator and you can make a character pool. And I think it'd be really cool for them to release that client now and to be able to like send out a hashtag to Discord and be like, hey guys, make your character, make you, so that we can make a character pool of everybody from the Discord and from our streams. Like, that would be super fun. Even for a Kraken, like, I help user out with his account. He spends tons and tons and tons of money, like tons of money. It's still tough. You know, he like does 99 refreshes of the mod store every single day. And it still hurts. I don't think necessarily that those things, multitasking is hard. You're correct. I don't think that those packs exist only to be predatory. I do think that in the early game, it does make sense to buy some of those packs sometimes. And the problem is that when you're a big spender, you are running out of things to do early, so you end up having to buy those shard packs if you want to advance at a whale level. I do think that you can probably find a happy medium. You know, this guy is doing it for content. He's spending a lot of money because he can. He clearly has a very decent job, or he's just that bad at like impulse control, you know, like, I don't know, and somehow is able to keep up with the habit. I don't necessarily agree with that, Owie. I don't. You know, I think that there's different ways to do whaling, and in his case, and in user's case, because user was doing this too, you buy things that other people wouldn't buy because you want to advance at a very specific rate. And if you want to advance, you can be a whale and advance at a little bit of a faster rate. Or you can be a whale and want to advance like super, super fast. If you want to be a whale that advances super, super fast, you need to buy those packs. You know, look at user. We got him to Kyber 1. He's in the top 50 of GAC right now. We got him that in a year and 2 months. Owie, just because something isn't worth it to me does not mean it's a scam. I actually hate when people call something a scam when it's not a scam. Like, it's one of my biggest pet peeves. is when you see something in front of you, and you know what it's worth, and it has a price, and you have every option as a consumer to buy or not buy it. I don't believe that that's a scam. It actually truthfully very much bothers me, and I think that in 2026 people overuse the word scam. Be well, Darth Link, and do me a favor. Let's get Keblak in here. Keep working on him. Keep pushing him, because we've seen a lot of new creators recently, and it's really cool. I like seeing that perspective. But those smaller creators and those more real creators, I think that they're super worth it for the game. We just had a TW. Can I show this? Yes, I can. We were playing against Sigma Alpha. By the way, for those of you that don't know, there are 3 of my old guildmates in Sigma Alpha. Lady Tano, who I miss very dearly because she was a TB powerhouse. Zdad, who just left recently. And Stratos, who can go fuck himself, and that is worth the dollar every single time. We decided we do not care about TW, and that they can, do what they want to do. Some of their guys got very mad at us for not taking this war seriously. So what I did is I placed an entire wall that is just my teams. Which is very funny to me. And this one guy who placed a team while I was still doing it. I didn't even know that I could have, how do you take you four battles to beat an Afro without any Omicrons? An entire wall of my teams I thought was very, very, very funny. How they did not clear our defense. I put that dude. Oh, I wish. I like 10-5. He's funny. He doesn't talk a lot in guild chat, but when he does, when he pops in, it's some of the funniest stuff I've ever heard. Does my guild care about mod score? I don't even look at mod score. I don't care. I care when I do recruiting, and I do the recruiting. I care that you're getting a decent raid score, that you are reliable with your raid score. So not people that do like 1 million, then 10 million, then 18 million, then 2 million. I want to see somebody that's reliable in their raid score, and I want to see somebody that has enough relic 9s to participate in TB in day 5 and 6. I literally don't even look at mod score. Don't let anyone join that's not K1. I do a lot of my recruiting by feel. So when I look for people to try to recruit, I do look at GAC. I don't care if people are good at GAC, but if I see a 15 million player who's a rhodium, that tells me that that person doesn't care about GAC at all, and maybe they're gonna quit in the next year. That they're kind of tapering off what they do. So I usually do only recruit Kyber players, just because again, I don't care if you spend money and don't want to play GAC, that's fine. But I don't know those things off the top, just looking at you on .gg. I'll let you touch me as much as you want if that gets me in. If your roster is that the other mods will be good enough, that's not necessarily true. It depends on how fast you've gone up. I think that people know their rosters, and you can do pretty well without a great mod score. I've got one guy in my guild who remods for everything because he does not have the mod depth. He is a newer Lightspeed bundle account in the last 4 years. He does not have the mod depth that I have, and he just remods for everything. It sucks. Like that's terrible. It takes a lot of time, effort, and energy to do that. But if that's what's working for you, all right. I need to see what I actually need from Datacrons, right? I need, where are Datacrons? I actually need Datacrons, and then I need material. Fuck you, Bones. There's Adder. I was wondering. $2 down today, and one of those was my own. One of those was my own dollar. I need some Sector 3, some Sector 1, and some Sector 3 today. 4 years is newer. I mean, my account is almost 10 years old. 4 years is definitely on the newer side. You did. I did drop an F-bomb. Oh, Kevlock. My man, I gotta tell you, one of the things I was super excited about with Halfway to Holotable Heroes is I love collaborating with people. And I was kind of excited about the prospect of like popping in for an episode, you know, but we had talked about this and I kind of wanted to let you guys get your own feet wet first. Because as I was listening to the episode, there were things that I was like in my car. And I was like, no, this is how to do it. This is how to do it. I could teach these guys in terms of game stuff, not in terms of podcast stuff. But it was a fun listen. It's a shame that a lot of people in here, not in here, this stream, but like in the community, aren't interested in hearing those perspectives as much. Because I think it's a great perspective. Do I do higher than the 100 refreshes in Conquest? No. Unless I forget. Every once in a while when I am simming, my muscle memory kicks in. And I'll do an extra refresh because I just like I hit the button and I didn't think, and then it says 200. And then I press the button without even thinking, and then I drop an F-bomb under my breath. But I generally stick to the 100s. Some sets, I might stop the 100s at some point. Some sets, I keep the 100s. You know, for this set, I'm keeping the 100s throughout the entire time, because anytime there is a focus datacrons, a lot of my effort and energy goes to finishing those focus datacrons, so then I fall behind on amount of datacrons. I fall into K2 all the time. It doesn't, I exist right on the edge, and then every once in a while I'll do really good and be in K1 for like 3 months. Coward. Man, I remember Darth Link, Shadow is all grown up. I remember when he used to glaze me every day, and now he's like, oh, gross, I gotta be mean to you all the time. Did I get all the mall era focus crons? No. I mean, I bought them all. But, I only got the important ones up. I got like 3 or 4 of them up levels. I have so many teams you're going to... Did you get all the... No, we did that. Why don't I stay in K1? I don't stay in K1 because, like I want to. I don't intentionally lose in GAC. I just am not going to get mad over it. That's the thing, Owie. The crystals in K1 versus K2, like you're losing crystals by doing the 200. If you're doing the 200 crystal refreshes, you're doing it for the love of the game. you're doing it because you want to be competitive. You're not doing it because you want to be efficient. And if you want to do it to be competitive, that's fine. No, if you look at the top of K1, the majority of those people have way too many datacrons, and I've seen what it takes to max that many datacrons. 100% Bodhi. 100%. Oh man, I gotta do... Like, that's the perfect take. I used to get angry over every loss, and I'd get mad, and it just becomes like it is a game. You know, we are playing a literal video game, and to some extent, you just have to like roll it off the chin and say, "Hey, I'm not gonna get mad." You know, I'm going on vacation this weekend. I'm gonna do my GAC tomorrow, but then my Saturday into Sunday GAC, I'm gonna like quick play it in the morning before my wife wakes up, and if I lose, I lose. It is what it is. I don't care. I don't have an answer for you, Khan. You know, I honestly do not have an answer for you on the locked debuffs. I just found out about it last night. Whether or not it is on purpose, it's definitely going to be in this GAC week. A Tale of Two Kitties. A censorship of curse words. Ooh, that would be fun. If I haven't been cursing. Unless you mean like auto mod. I don't. Let me see. What is auto mod? We gotta go into the actual stream to see. I don't see anything being hit by auto mod. Oh my god, my voice. Yeah, but are you gonna be able to do 8 and 1 every season, Owie? Just a freaking backhand. Owie, I get that. I dream of the day. Like, Tassanex talks about being bored by the Erodiums. User talks about being bored by the Erodiums. And I'm like, I would love so much to be in Erodium hell. Like, if I could be in the top and just mostly not even play GAC, I would be super happy. Though User's 54 in GAC, and his entire bracket is real accounts. Yeah, and it's not even showing up on my side, Con. Like, I'm not getting a thing that's saying, oh, hey, this is, you know, do you want to let this through? No, it's not that there's fake accounts, Hatter. There's a bug in the game where, like, these people are being catapulted, and they're called Erodiums because they're, like, crappy accounts. They're being catapulted to K1 at the very top. And the problem is they can't drop because there's so many of them that they end up fighting each other. I'm sure Owie can explain it better than I can how it works. No, you don't have to be top 30 to get them, because some of them do drop, but, like, the top 30, I guess, is where you start to, like, see them constantly. We can swear, and you can't. I can swear. I just can't say the F-bomb. I've spent enough money this month, and between everything oh my god. I don't even want to look at my credit card bill. And I still need to buy bar stools, a TV, a couch. Like, let's switch this out. Keblock, I'm going to change your life right now. Where is it? This website is beautiful for Coliseum. That website chronicles teams that people are using at the different levels and the different era levels. My problem is that my account, it is a whale account now, which is weird for me to say, but so I don't really have an understanding of Coliseum at the mid and lower end. My god, this does not work on Insector. Well, actually, it'll work because of ult. I don't do alts. I don't do alts in any game I play. I meant locked buffs, not locked debuffs. I don't want to get his hopes up too early. How many do I have? Do I need to move this on? I meant the locked buffs for Hondo. Oh, that's right. I have to set my GAC defense as well. All right, we have 250. What is going on here? How many of these do I have? All right, we're about even now. That's also very possible, Cooper. I mix up people's names all the time. I think that CG doesn't know how to fix the issue. You know, I think that a lot of us are armchair coders who go, just do this thing. And that it's probably a lot harder to fix than we realize. Should it be fixed by now? Probably. Should it at least be addressed? Probably. But I think that if they knew how to fix it, they would fix it. Remember, I'm looking at 3 different screens, and I'm trying to look at you guys here, and I'm trying to look at chat over here, and I'm trying to stare at my porn over, at .gg over here. So I misconstrue names all the time. Spaghetti coat. Yeah. Trained to talk. I literally have not even talked to Meathead since Forward is Forward. I sent Meathead one message, and the only answer in that message is one word, yes. Yeah, I think it's tough, Owie, because, you know, at top GAC, like, you look at Tassanex, who's at the top GAC, and he loves playing GAC, and he's a content creator who makes content and makes, you know, GAC videos, and being a top GAC player, he can't make the content he wants to make because he literally can't play GAC, and that kind of sucks. Is it the milk channel? It is. It's Con Warlock's milk channel. Yeah, I'm worried about that Hondo team because Seer Malikos is going to be... I don't think I'm going to be able to use that. I don't know what I'm going to use against Hondo. I might have to use SLKR. I think that if you asked Tassanex if he'd rather be at the top and play Erodiums or be in K2, he would probably say, I'd rather they put me in K2 and work my way back up. Cyrex, what I can tell you is that I babysat an account for a friend for a month. And he's seen, and I didn't do it. The only refreshes I did were on Partagaz. And he, I think, ended up getting ready for Cassian. But I think that Rada is probably going to come out earlier than normal in order to get him out for the GL. You know, I don't know that for sure, obviously, but I do think it's probably going to come out a little bit earlier. Egg bars instead of egg nuts. Oh my god, I'm so excited. The bar looks so cool. I honestly am. So I wish I could like beam the stream to my phone and show you guys, but I mean, there is still a lot of junk down there and garbage and boxes and styrofoam. There's nothing on the walls. The walls are bare. The Jedi team's not bad, Kevlock, in Coliseum. For you, if Mara Jade is below level 50, though, you want to use Jedi Knight Cal Kestis as the leader. Once Mara Jade gets to 50, then you want to use Jedi Knight Luke as the leader. I don't have a Kegerator yet, Emperor, but I do want to get a Kegerator. And then I'm probably going to buy smaller kegs, like the 6ths. The bar I bought does have a slot for a fridge. I hope all the Mando require an Era Journey character. Is it intentional that both parts of your name are synonymous for testicles, egg, nards? No, it is not. I've told the story of my name before. Have you not heard the tale of Eggnards the Wise? The name Eggnards comes from when I played Star Wars Galaxies. I was at my brother's house in upstate New York. I think he lived in Oneonta at the time. I was staying with him for like a week. The new game, Star Wars Galaxies, came out. He sat me in front of his computer. He said, "Hey, I want you to try out this game." And I sat at the computer. He left me alone. And the game asked you to make up a first name and a last name. And I just was like, what would sound Star Warsy? And I came up with Egnar Atop. And I used Egnar as my name and everything for a pretty long time. So my account names on like all games were Egnar, because I didn't think the Atop was useful in all games. And then accounts started needing more letters. They're like, you need 6 letters. So I figured, oh, add a DS at the end. It still sounds like a name, Eggnards, and that's what I use. I've been using Eggnards for a long time. I used Eggnards in War. I used Eggnards in World of Warcraft. It was an alt account that I didn't really play that much. I used Eggnards in the Old Republic when I had my guild sexy pillow fights. I used Eggnards in Guild Wars. In Guild Wars, man, oh, Guild Wars was a fun time for Eggnards. I was a big-ass Norn character, very fancy clothing, and some very, very kind person bought me a harp, a $10 harp. They gifted me a harp, and I had a notebook filled with tabs for like popular songs, and I literally spent all night, every night, going from boss to boss, just playing the harp and telling jokes. Like I looked forward to it so much. We had a guild, Eggnard's army. I had people that would come with me, like little disciples. Oh man, it was a lot of fun. I ended up giving my account to one of the people that I knew very well so that she could live on the legacy of Egnard's if she wanted to. Very, very, very nice person. Yeah, it was an interesting time. Egnard's is dead to me. Oh, it's alive. God. What's the Snowtrooper Commander short name? I have no idea. I don't think anyone cares. Like, the team is fine. But I don't think it's a team that people are really even talking about. Yeah, I'm your disciple. I don't know. My disciple is always calling me a sellout. And the Warlock champion. Snow. Egg Bards. If you redid a singing group, Egg Bards. Oh my god, it was so much fun. And it was a tough time for me. I was like in between jobs. I was paying more in rent than I should have been paying. It was a real struggle playing like free to play games. Getting that heart from that person. Like, I wish I could message that person now and just be like, thank you for what you, that $10 changed a lot for me. Yeah, I mean, talking about a sharp, but I would just be like, I'm just gonna probably type it. I'm gonna use it so little that if you type in anything like STC, you're gonna spend time people going, what is STC? And then you're gonna have to type it out anyway. My one regret is that my YouTube account is Egnar. And somebody has at Egnard's, and it's like a nature account from like 15 years ago, and he has like 3 videos. I would love to have that account. Solo, be well, man. Oh my god. The Gungans, I don't think, do well on this node, right? If I remember correctly, the Gungans kind of get slapped around on this node. I didn't know you had a Swugga Daddy, Owie. Oh my god. Oh, we got Bounty Hunter's Resolve. It's so ridiculous. Does it even do, can we, like, will I revive on this? This character is non, oh yeah, it's anybody with it. Oh my god, that's gonna be rough. I played Clash of Clans for a little bit. This is the first game that I ever like really invested in, though. Before this, I would play like a mobile game for like a month and then just kind of get bored with it. Okay, can we? I hate this stupid battle. Like, why is this take so long? I mean, I know I double tanked, which is probably stupid, but it shouldn't be taking this long. Why does this have to be the DC node? If anyone needs to buy an account, I hear Vance is selling his 6 million GP account. He was very angry when I told him it would be worth literally nothing. Then he asked me which websites I recommended for selling accounts, as if I would know the answer to that. I don't know. Hondo is not great on Dathomir because it does take a very long time. I did not know that you could sim Conquest. Thank you, Xander. I was not aware. Alright, let's use something better. Use something, like you need like AoEs, Inquisitors. What do you mean? I was just talking to him, I was talking to Vance yesterday. Like literally yesterday. And people from the hall were on the subreddit begging other discords to let him back in so that he would stop annoying them. I know, but I want to talk to you guys, Link. You know that. Like when I do roster reviews, I get confused. I can't talk to people during roster reviews because then I'm confused. This is my time to chat. This is my time to interact, to answer questions. I don't do Conquest just to do Conquest. I do it because this is the time when I can talk to you guys. This is the time that I can remind people about their Amazon Prime memberships and that their Amazon Prime membership entitles them to a free Twitch Bezos Bucks sub. I love talking. I don't shut up. My wife will constantly be like, can you just calm down for a minute? Like, no, I can't do that. I wish. Oh my god, Keblock, it's very simple actually. Here's Prime for the future, or if you know there's another creator, you cannot use a Prime sub with the mobile app. I think it has to do with like the whole money and them getting a cut, and it just doesn't work. So in order to use your Bezos Bucks on a Prime sub, you have to do it through the website. The Twitch website. You can do it on your phone, but it has to be through the website, not through the app. Oh my god. Dude, Dan, hold on. I don't know if you can see this. You probably won't be able to be shown, but I know Adder is gonna cream. I have this giant bruise on my leg. Let's see if it can be shown on camera. Can't really see it on camera, but there's like this whole area right there. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, I bought a treadmill for my basement, and I've bought treadmills before. Treadmills usually are like 70 to 100 pounds, but I was looking for something a little bit higher quality. Egg crotch. I was looking for something a little bit higher quality, and I saw a treadmill on Amazon, a Horizon treadmill. It was 200, I think it's 273 pounds. And I paid for Amazon to deliver it to my basement. I was like, I don't have to deal with it. The guy is going to have to deal with it. The guy's going to have a crew or whatever. He's going to have to do it. And I was at work. Treadmill comes. The guy looks at my porch and goes, nope, I'm not doing it. And cancels the service. And it was like about to rain. Like, my wife doesn't even tell him, can you put it in the garage? Like, we were 10 minutes from a rainstorm. So I was like, I have to get this into my basement. We opened the box outside. I took out all of the pieces. The running board is like 230 pounds. I have this genius idea of putting the running board on my stairs and sliding it down the stairs. My wife let go of it for a second, and it just fell on me. And somehow I managed to mostly get out of the way of it, and it only like crushed my leg a little bit. It was very painful. It was also very funny. Treadmills equal expensive laundry holder in 3 weeks. I know, probably. My problem is, once the summer is over, I don't want to run outside. So I'm hoping I'll run more year-round. So we'll see. My wife insists that she will use the treadmill. But she hates running and hates walking, so we'll see if that happens. But it is nice. It probably won't hold laundry because it's in the basement, but will it get used? Who knows? All right, what do we got? We have one more refresh, I think, and then we got reviews. I need... Hawk Cartel should be able to do it because of... because of thermals. Brunch runs. I actually think I have to move my treadmill because of where we're putting the TV. I'm like, I think I need to turn it around. So that it'll be able to view it from the TV that we want to set up. I do not... Fast Eddie, I believe that at some point I'll stop using it, but it will not be a clothing rack simply because of where it is. It'll just be an expensive paperweight. And it might be true because, like, you know, Sunday mornings during the school year would be when I run. And now I do brunches on Sunday mornings, so that might not be as big of a thing. CG salary, man. For all the things I do for CG, they don't even give me packs. You would think they would, like, be like, hey, we'll give you a crystal vault each month, but no, they won't. At least that would be semi-worth it. Ship content, Home 1 versus Leviathan. I'm hoping, the video did well. I'm hoping that during GAC more people use it. Yeah, you know, I think... So here's the interesting Keblock. You know, as much as I make fun of Raid, and I make fun of Raid a lot, and when Raid reaches out to me with a with an email asking what my price is to do a video for them, and then I, like, tell them numbers that are so disgustingly high that it would never be worth it for them, Raid has it smart the way that they do promos. Because it wouldn't be smart for me to promo the game for Swugga, right? Because nobody who's not playing Swugga would be playing it. Raid reaches out to creators of other games, and those creators of other games do these videos, and then those players go, oh, maybe I'll try Raid. It's a smart business strategy. Scribe is the only one they like giveaways still, right? If I wanted to do giveaways, I could get stuff for giveaways. I could 100% get stuff for giveaways if I asked Meathead. when I asked Meathead around April Fool's about a giveaway. And his response was like, oh my god, finally you're asking me to do some giveaways. What's up? And the thing is, I asked him for, I think it was 1,000 Gungan shards, or 1,000 Clone War Chewie shards. I said one set of 1,000 Clone Wars Chewie shards, which shard shop currency-wise would end up being less money than they give away with those 5 pull packs that Scribe does. But apparently was turned down because too much shard shop currency. And he said, why don't I just give you some shards? And I said, I'm not interested in that because that's not funny. I'm not interested in doing giveaways every week. Unless it's funny. Unless there's something fun behind it, silly behind it. But if I wanted them, I think I could easily get giveaways. That's literally what I said to him. And he was like, I will get it. I will try to get it approved. And it did not get approved because it was too much shard shop currency or something. I don't know. But he was very willing to give me shards. Sun's not up, but we're on again. Ba da ba ba dee 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 ba. Forward is forward. Forward is forward is never gonna die. Forward is my favorite thing. And I say it to people now, and they have no idea what I'm talking about. They're like, what's going on here, man? Like, what do you mean? All right, I think we got one more battle left. No, two more battles left, and then Shadow can stop PMSing. You only got the first section of this. Man, I love that song. I really do. Well, you know, the thing with giveaways is there is a lot of work behind them, setting up the forums, like going through them, doing the wheel, then making sure Meathead like follows through and then being like, hey, did you send this stuff yet? And I just don't want to deal with it unless it's fun, unless it has a point to it. I honestly, Rayo, I love it. I honestly love it. Play it again. I do love the brunch stream. The brunch song. I really do. We could play it again after Conquest. I tried to do a Gungan thing. Maybe next time the Gungan LSBs come around, maybe I'll reach out. See you later, Ani. Remember, we have a GAC stream tomorrow morning, right before I leave for vacation, and, you know, there might be some cursing, because counters are just not gonna work. And we're probably gonna lose because of it. Yeah, tomorrow morning is GAC brunch. Unless my wife decides to wake up early. If she decides to wake up early, and she's like, yeah, let's wake up early. And drive, which would be out of character for her. But it also, because it would not benefit me, I'm sure that that's exactly what's going to happen. We do have to set our GAC defense. We might just do that on stream, even though my opponent might be here. Who knows? I will be back when I wake up. It's ungodly hour. My god, I was up at 5:45. Gungans are always on defense. It's my MO. Even though they're great on offense, I keep them on defense because I want every one of my opponents to face them. It's like a rite of passage. My opponents have to get through my Gungans. All right. Welcome back. Let's see what we can get, shall we? Let's roll some Datacrons. Oh my! Oh, I got my scav. Nice, 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 nice. I want a scav. Would like a TM boost on scav. No, of course. All right, we'll do this for now. Come on, give me TM. I did not remod Tarples and Boomadir. I don't remod. Stun. I do not do short-term remods. Subscribe. How's it going, Scribbles? Go make a video so I can steal your thumbnails. We will be stealing Scribe's GAC thumbnail tomorrow morning. So don't tell him. Don't let him know. Whatever you're doing, don't reach out to him. Don't be like, hey, look what Egg did. You are a thief of joy. Oh, please do. Oh my god. I still, as retaliation, I still want to do a video rating Scribe videos. But I also feel like people won't get it, and they're going to be like, I hate you, Egg. Why are you picking on Scribe? Which maybe makes it even funnier. I don't know. The swag alcoholic. The creators in this game, Kevlock, we know how to have fun. We do. We come up with some silly stuff. It is funny when people don't understand the joke. And they think that we actually hate Phil. Well, when I used to do the Vance episodes, my subscriber growth on Vance episodes would be negative. But I thought it was the funniest thing in the world. So I just kept doing them. All right, let's see. We're going to do GAC defense. We're going to keep this. Everybody hates Phil. Screw that guy. We're going to keep this for now. What do we want to do? We need to take Lord Vader off because Lord Vader seems like the most appropriate Rada counter. We're going to take ISB off. I feel like Gungans should go on the back wall. You could clip whatever you want. I'm not embarrassed by anything we say here. Let's take these guys off. Only need 3 in the back wall. That's interesting. We're going to take this off because I feel like I can use that. There you go, Warlock. Wake up, it's that time again. I just McClunky might be the funniest person in this entire community. I agree, Howie. He's coming off defense too. All right. So what do we want to do here? We definitely want to put Rada because people are just going to be confused by it. Where's my hot cartel? So we're definitely going to throw Rada in there. We're definitely going to throw New Republic in there because that'll also confuse people. We're going to let other people deal with it, right? That's the way we do things. Throw that in there. Is Jabba still on defense? We can kill Jabba. I don't think we need Jabba. I think we're going to have an abundance of teams, actually. Let's put the Stormtrooper, the Snowtrooper Commander down here because we have the DC. Oh my god. All right. What do we... Snowtrooper, TIE Fighter Pilot. What is the team here? Snowtrooper, TIE Fighter Pilot. Does anyone know the Fives team? I don't know, Shadow. I was playing with, like... I was playing in... I mean, I know it's... Are you talking about with Bosch and with Kursatan? Because I was playing with it in Arena, and it didn't feel fundamentally like it was doing what I wanted it to do. And I know that that's without Omicrons. But I wasn't as happy with it as I was expecting it to be. It might suck, but it confuses people. And I have the FDC. Does anyone know the fives teams for this? Gideon and Scout? Oh shit, I don't even have a mod on him. Never mind. Maybe we won't set it. I have to find a mod. What should we put in the front wall? Definitely put a Galactic with that leadership thinking JML. JML behind Snowtrooper leadership? Man's trying to kill me. We have 3 here. We need a 4th there. What do we have on the back? Like, do I want Gungans to go back here? Ooh. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to use Malicos this time because of, because they messed up Hondo. Five's team is Rex, Five's Echo, Arc, and Cody. Thanks. Appreciate that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 GL for defense. It's insane. Inquisitors. Maybe we'll put Inquisitors just because it throws people off sometimes. What DC do I want? Well, we can keep the 3-mana Ugnaught. That might still be helpful. We need this. First time each healer falls below. Oh. Oops. And to think that people still joined brunch without me pinging for it. Let me change that. Let me fix that. Because then when I do roster reviews, it won't make sense if I don't fix that. Hold on. Yeah. Silly me. Okay, we need 2 more teams up here. Scribe, are you going to sing happy birthday to me next Sunday? Can we get you into voice chat singing a Welsh happy birthday chant? Do I want to put mercs? We don't test. We found out about characters at the same time that you guys found out about the characters. I don't know what you think we do. All right, I'm holding you to that. Let's get my Raycron. Oh, let's change this to Ben. Let's get rid of you. Do we want to put GK here? Because CG pays us enough. We do like a General Kenobi, Jedi Training Ray. Of course you can. In Keblock, you can do it with Home 1 too. I don't want to put Baby Cal because I use, but Baby Cal is not going to be as well. Actually, I have crit avoidance, so you're useless. All right, let's just do Baby Cal. Health, tenacity, protection, dispel, defense, crit damage. Guess we'll throw this on for now. Oh, see, C Square didn't know that there was brunch, and now he does. Yeah, my Zalbar sucks. Who else do we want to put here? We could do Mercs, right? Mercs sometimes throw people off. Let's do, where's Kira? Kira. You know how you can solve that advert is with Bezos bucks. Kira Dash. We can do this because my Gungans are using a different cron. I don't think it being locked changes anything. Locked just means you can't remove it. So it should. Who else should we put up here? We need Quad May. Let's do Afra just because. I would love to get my Balin to Relic 9. Balin has been a goat lately. Really, truly has. Droids. Who do we want to put with her? Let's do this because it makes sense. About potency. It's got a ton of potency on it. Let's go back to trashing Phil. Screw that guy. What are we going to put on Hondo? Defense? What do we have with defense? Crit damage and offense? I just don't have anything with defense on it. Who's my last team? Satil we need for Stranger. We could put the Stranger back on defense, but I don't have the Kron. I literally just got the Kron that I want to use. So I don't have the Kron that I would use. Londo stealing lot buffs. I don't know if it's intentional or not, but he's doing it. Okay, you know what we're doing? I know what we're doing. We're gonna keep Rebel Fighters on defense because I have a feeling that people are just gonna overcommit to it, and it's not gonna hold, and that's okay. It doesn't need to hold. I just need people to commit to it in a way that they can't use JMK somewhere else. It's all I need them to do. We want to keep this. My saw's not good. I'll do it. Shadow, if you say dirty, mean things to me. What is the team? What is the fives team with Saw lead? Clea, Luthen. Who else? Probably need Cassian, right? Vel. Would this be the team? Will this make you happy? Oh, yes. Talk dirty. Oh. The thing I hate about Rada is the fishing players will keep him for offense to solo a squad. Maybe. But I think in the first week, the majority of people are just going to throw him on defense. I don't know about my bays, though. Saw, Luthen, Clea, Cass. I think my Vel might be better than my bays. Yeah, I can't even throw a good Datacron on, so we're just going to keep Vel. There we go. We have a defense.
Ready to play?
That is the biggest defensive change we have made in a while. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We have some roster reviews we're going to do. We're going to try to sneak a few of them in here. We are going to play the brunch song again because we love Kevlock. And when Kevlock asks me to play the brunch song, I oblige. And then we're going to jump right into the roster review song. And we're going to go from there. While I am out, if you are on YouTube and have not yet hit that subscribe button, don't be a silly goose. Let's get me to 4,800 as soon as possible. And if you are on Twitch, Bezos bucks. But I will be back in just a moment.
Wake up, it's that time again. The sun's not here, but we're on again. Grab your coffee, grab your crystals and gather round. It's not lunch, it's not breakfast, it's the time we found. For brunch, well maybe we're busy. For brunch, maybe we're lazy. For brunch, well maybe it's Conquest. For brunch, or a real request. But brunch is the time that we make for each of us, where we ask ignored dumb stuff, because brunch will always be a special time for eggnogs and for me. Roster Reviews. Eggnogs is having a break and taking a Roster Reviews. Talking to me that what packs eggs should sell to you. Ooh, to you. To you.
And we are back. Now that I'm a channel member, where is the Only Eggs content? I actually think I deleted the Only Eggs content from Discord, but I still have all of the pictures on my PC. So if you really want to see Egg in a if you want to see Egg in compromising positions, I do have those. I do have all of the files. I haven't changed anything. Who sang the song? I'm assuming it's AI generated. I had Moonborn make it. We wrote the lyrics. C Squared, I'd say, wrote like 95% of the lyrics. He is a lyrical genius. He is very good at that kind of stuff. Him, I, and Moonborn all sat in a group chat together, and we would send voice memos back and forth of us singing the song in different ways. And so the lyrics are ours. I believe that the voice is almost definitely AI generated. You need those, but just hit me up. I throw them on Discord all the time. They're literally all on my computer. It was a lot of fun getting those made and trying to trick AI into making very compromising photos like that. I listen to the songs often, and I do sing them often. The Roster Review song and the Brunch song are like chef's kiss, beautiful. They're perfection. I think the Roster Review song, Moonborn did himself lyrically. But again, the Brunch intro song was primarily C Squared. We were and are working on a Brunch outro song, but we haven't locked that down yet. All right. Let's get to these reviews. And by the way, I noticed something this morning on .gg that maybe some of you had already noticed. Just throw it up here. The new .gg screen is dope. I'm digging this like average relic thing. And I checked my average relics from my account. Does anyone want to guess what my account's average relic level is? Because it's perfect. We have eggs draws. Yeah. It's the segment that we do just not enough for people to care, and just enough for people to remember that they miss egg draws. Keblock, you would be correct. It quite literally, my account is 6.9. It is. I checked this morning, and I was like, this is the funniest thing. We're going to be bouncing around this a little bit and trying to figure this out, but .gg has been hitting it out of the park lately between Sep and Scott and the stuff they've been doing. It really is a beautiful website that they are making even better, and some of the stuff that they're working on right now that I've talked to them about is super, 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 super solid. I know you think that .gg killed Swugga. I understand insights and data and being able to beat things. Just compiles things. It doesn't make things harder or easier. We do have to get to the actual reviews though, because I am going to be behind if we don't get some done this week. Where are they? Review requests. We're going to scroll up to Darthalorian. We're going to keep my account on the screen so I can play Guess the GP. What time is it? It is 1:30. 135. 135. All right, so Darthalorian, who is still on our Discord. All right. Alico, Fleet Arena, 6 Leviathans, 6 Profundities, rest are executors, including me. Messaged a few from Shard with no response, no coordination. I believe I'm low on my payout time, though, been hitting rank 1 consistently. Assault battles are kind of all over the place. You're getting CT1 on everything, which is probably the most important part. Duel of the Fates is at 0, which kind of sucks. Peridea Patrol is at 0, which also kind of sucks, but from where I think your account is, probably doesn't matter that much. Currently farming BKM for Guild and saving crystals for 4-star Darth Jar Jar unlock plan. After that is to do Paw Patrol and Duel of the Fates. Switch those around, Duel of the Fates first. Need guidance for after those farms. Okay, so we're talking about after BKM, after Jar Jar Marquee, after Duel of the Fates first, then Paw Patrol. So after you've built those things out. Not in any particular I want to pursue, even though it would be stupid, unless you class my Darth Jar Jar chase as stupid. Hopefully not. I'm not a Darth Jar Jar fan, but I do think getting the 4 or 5-star unlock for the Lightspeed tokens is smart. I don't change my farms based on whether a character is good or bad in terms of likability. I do think with an FTC, he's probably going to make sweet, sweet love even at lower relic levels. So it's probably not a bad shout if that's your goal. A little far from Bane. Actually, that's what? 6, 8, 10. So about 4 months, right? 6, 8. Yeah, 4. That's not that bad. Plan is finish BKM, bump some pilots up to 7, and work on ABs that are lacking. Would love to somehow get more resources for mods as they are the bane of my existence. I want to make them as easy as possible. Need to get Profundity in the near future. I need more competitive teams as I'm feeling very weak and useless in my guild in TB and TW. Also have to restrict my crystal refreshes, so I'm basically slowing down progress. I need guidance on order in which to do stuff. You'd appreciate a ping when you were reviewing my roster. We can do that. Darthalorian, I'm reviewing your account now, but always stamp them. All right, we will do that. I'm gonna say that this one more thing to add that didn't fit in the message was that I took a long break after the first era, missed a lot. I came back near the end of the Mando film era. I'm going to say somewhere in the 6 to 7 million GP range is probably correct. You need to start anew and lock in that relic average. I'm going to say 6 to 7 million. Still waiting for your Songji to review. 6 million on the dot. Relic 4 average. Let's check this out. We have SLKR. We are going for BKM now. Do we have any other GLs that are just not there yet? No, we just have SLKR. Collection history. Oh, change it. Interesting. I didn't realize that that was a thing that they do. Adam, I appreciate that, man. I try to be super helpful as much as I possibly can for people. Gear needed, gear tracker. Let's see. Nowhere near JML. Lord Vader, Star Killer, Grand Inquisitor, Jabba. Well, Hondo. McClunky is such an inconsistent content creator. What a loser. Leia. See, none of these are that terribly far. Bo-Katan's fairly close. Ahsoka. Okay. So honestly, I think that really you need to stick to the quadrangle, the holy quadrangle. You are in the prime area of the game to work on that quadrangle. And anyone in that like 4 to 7 million GP that hasn't finished it really should. And that quadrangle is Jedi Master Luke, Well, let me just see. You have Hermit Yoda. You have Jedi Knight Luke. But that quadrangle is Jedi Master Luke, Profundity, Leia. Jedi Master Luke, Profundity, Leia, and why am I blanking on the fourth one? And Jabba. It helps with modding. It's going to help with assault battles. There's a lot of overlap in the farms. Jedi Master Luke is going to help you with Conquest. Profundity is going to help you with fleets and with GAC. It makes sense that that is where people should exist at this point. So what I want to do is kind of look at your, like, Rebel Roundup, right? Getting Jabba will bring Rebel Roundup to CT3. So you'll be perfect there. Between JML and Leia, you'll build up your Rebels. Military Might will be CT3. Perfect there. Ground War, you can probably already do Ground War because you have Jedi Knight Luke, and the whole goal behind that is make him as slow as possible, and use him as your leader, and get somebody else really, really fast in there. Like, if you're doing it before Jedi Master Luke, you do it with HodHod or with Jedi Knight Revan, and you use Heroes Arise to kind of control the flow of the battle. But after having Jedi Master Luke, it'll make it significantly, significantly easier. Secrets and Shadows, you don't really need to worry about that one. As long as you're at CT1, I don't think it's worth investing in until you're ready to, like, fully invest in the team. Fanatical Devotion. Let's see what our Inquisitors look like. Inquisitors at CT1, you're perfect where you are. Don't even worry about going to CT2 or CT3, until you get, like, Grand Inquisitor and go beyond that. But essentially, being in the quadrangle is going to help you meet all of the goals that you want to meet. And it's going to help you with your assault battles. And that just makes the most sense. Now, I do want to check. Where are we? Padawan Obi-Wan's still 5-star. I would argue, oh my God, here's what you're going to do. You are going to get your 4-star Jar Jar, your Darth Jar Jar, and you are going to get 2 Chromium Lightspeed tokens from that. You are going to use the Kyber Lightspeed tokens. You are going to use those 2 Kyber Lightspeed tokens on Master Qui-Gon and Padawan Obi-Wan, because they are both Cantina farms, so you will not have to worry about canceling those out. Then you are going to keep them at 6, Relic 6, for the short term. That way you don't even have to deal with them. So after BKM, after Darth Jar Jar, after using those 2 Lightspeed tokens on Padawan Obi-Wan and Master Qui-Gon, you are going to go right into the quadrangle. Which one first? Jedi Knight Luke, you have to get up anyway, so that'll bring him closer. See, there's so much overlap. It's like this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. Leia. Okay. I think you should actually go for Leia first. And I never tell people to go for Leia first. Go for Leia first. While you're working on Leia, though, all of the Lightspeed tokens that you're getting from Coliseum, start putting them towards these characters for Jabba. Right? Like, even the 6-star ones, because Kursatan is a Cantina farm too. Getting him to 6 stars and relic levels will significantly help you. So while you're working on Leia, which means you are going to have to slow farm Bosch, While you're working on Leia, Lightspeed tokens to Jabba. Do Leia, Jabba. Do Leia, Jabba, JML, and then finish out with Profundity. That's exactly how to do this. Boom. I don't know. I know you're in chat. I know you're on the stream. I know you tagged me on Discord, said you're watching. I don't know if you're able to respond. Oh, there you are. Outrider is very far. Let's see. Where is Outrider? Those are characters. You don't even. Not a problem. Because I'm assuming you're either free to play or like a minor spender, like a casual spender. But you need to start your 5 battles a day on Outrider now. Start your 5 battles a day on Outrider now. Because while you're finishing working on BKM, while you're finishing working on Darth Jar Jar. Okay, so not free to play, right? Casual spender. Just own it. Not free to. I spend casually. I spend when it makes sense. I get it. Casual spender. I got you. Start your 5 battles on Outrider now. Start building it up. Because Outrider. Borrow Egg's credit card. My credit card is. Oh my God! Right now with the basement. Oh, and I had to spend $4,000 on my car's transmission yesterday. It's 7 stars, right? Yeah. Start the 5 battles right now. Leia is going to be your next thing. Because you don't need Outrider for Leia. Yeah, you don't need Outrider for Leia, so you're good. Start the 5 battles a day for now. Leia goes first. Start working on the Lightspeed tokens, right, for Jabba. As you start to finish Leia, you might need to bring up to 1 refresh a day on an Outrider. And that's okay, because it's still going to take you time. Right? That's exactly how I would do it. And that, it might take you 3 or 4 months, but you're working on Darth Jar Jar with all your refreshes. That's another 2.5 months now anyway, where you are. Why did you have to replace my car's transmission? Because there was an issue in my car with the clutch. The clutch wasn't working. It wasn't catching right. It wasn't changing my gear shift. It was causing problems. I was on the highway. My car was not. It was actually pretty scary. But I mean, it's only 113,000 mile car at this point. Right after we did the basement and stuff, and of course it happens literally right after. But it's all fixed. It's good now. It's a 2014 Ford Focus. I know that they have issues with their transmissions with the recall, but I had actually gotten that fixed with the recall already. I am not a car person. I don't spend a lot of money on my cars. I bought my car with 5,000 miles on it in 2017. Obviously it hurt to spend the $4,000, but I'd rather spend $4,000 than 25,000 on a used car because the used car market is freaking insane right now. But Darthalorian, I think that what I said to you, you're perfect. You are completely set at this point with where your account needs to go. Let's move on to HodHod. Is HodHod still here? Is HodHod still telling jokes? We're at 149. Let's see, HodHod. The top 50 are now executors and profundities with a mix of Leviathans. 15-ish people have Leviathans still in contact with like the top 10, 3. All the old ABs are maxed except Fanatical Devotion is CT2. That's fine. CT2 is good for that one. Paw Patrol, Relic 7, work in progress. Tier 7, Relic 7 is fine. I like Relic 9 personally. I think it makes sense to do it as soon as possible, but it's a good stopping point. Got C and JMK, also super close to Jedi Master Mace Windu. I think he's irrelevant. I don't think he's that great of a farm, but you've been playing for a long time, so maybe you're just at that point in the game. Still very much hoarding recourses, but I'm going for 5 stars for all the era units for this era. Kind of close on AT, so that's probably my next project. My guild has told me to kind of hoard until the raid drops, so not really farming. The hoarding is for the future raid farm so that I can instant R9 2 teams. With that being said, one of my goals is to eventually get Ray. It's kind of long term, but seeing as I'm hopping in and out of Kyber, I think she could really do me well. At this point in the game in my life, fun is much more important, especially considering I'm basically done all the important fought teams for you. Love, did you just learn the word recourse? I feel like you just learned the word and you're using it a lot. Yeah, I like my focus. It drives very nice for a low cost car. Are there any favorite characters? No. Okay, so HodHod. Here's what we're gonna do. Your goal as a guild. Oh, there he is. HodHod. Our goal right now is we are talking about your roster review in terms of post hoarding, right? So if your goal is to have 2 teams at max Relic 9 immediately in the raid, that means any materials above that you can spend, right? So if you are not already above that, keep hoarding. But once you're above that, you can spend anything else. And that's what we're going to specifically talk about with your roster review is from the perspective of you are hoarding. And sorry for distracting. I am always distracted. From the perspective of you are currently hoarding and you are building as you go, right? Not from the perspective of do these things right now. Based on where I think your account is, because it's been a while since I've reviewed your account, I'm going to say you're at like 13.5 million. Oh, wow. Okay. Interesting, because the way you made it sound, I actually kind of assumed you had more GLs than you currently have. That's a nice new feature too. 1, 2. I know you were working on C, who you just got, and you were working on JMK, so you are kind of still behind. Let's see. I have to sneeze. My God. Okay. I love Insights Skimmo. I think it is. I think Hot Utils. Look, I use Hot Utils, and I use it mostly for remodding as needed. If I didn't need to remod for the raids, I wouldn't even use Hot Utils. There's no reason to for me. And for TB, it's very useful for like TB, but as long as your guild has it, now you can use the bot. I think .gg is a super powerful tool. I think Insights means that a GAC match for me takes 45 minutes instead of an hour and a half. War Room speeds that up even more. It doesn't give you any more information than Insights, but it automates a lot of it to make it so much easier. It is, I cannot live. Like, it's just, it makes life so easy. It can be a pain to use on the phone. It's really nice on my computer when I can look at Insights on one screen and play the game on the other screen. But it is game changing. So HodHod, getting back to you, right? Let's see what we're missing here. Ray, not as important. I mean, a great defense character, don't get me wrong. Ahsoka, you are very close to. So you probably finished Master Windu. I mean, HodHod, man, you've been waiting all this time for a review, but like, where's Vader? Did you unlock him? You didn't unlock, but you're probably ticket farming for Lord Vader right now, right? That's my assumption. Clone Troopers. Because the one thing is, Lord Vader is very greedy. Lord Vader needs high relics in his team. So the team with Relic 5 Troopers isn't going to do shit for you. They need to be a minimum of Relic 7, and that is like the hard minimum. When I see Trooper teams that are not Relic 9, I go, LOL, right? Like, this is going to be easy. 4-star, got it. What do I think the next GL Mando requirement will drop? I think next Marquee. Or next patch. So I think next week when we get the patch. Peridia Patrol, Enoch Boys, Star 7. I think that you don't have a hard account to review at this point. It's Ahsoka and Hondo, right? Like, did you unlock Jedi Master? Like, Mace Windu sucks. I'm sorry, he does. I wouldn't even waste gear on bringing him to relics at this point. He can be useful. I think you have better things to worry about. I would just gun it for Ahsoka and Hondo. Like, there's nothing else for you to do. Go for Ahsoka first because you're so much closer. Oh my god, where should you use LSTs? I don't freaking know. I'll get to that in a second. Bring Ahsoka to Relic 9 for her event. Hands down, that's the way to do it, and then go for Hondo so you can get Smuggler's Run 3. Hey, user. User on my Discord, I called it Tasnards. Oh my god, that's such an inside joke. I don't even know if it's worth telling, but I think it's Tasnards. Because it's mostly Tassanex in that emoji. I think just Ahsoka and Hondo. Where to use your Lightspeed tokens? Okay. So the way that I see Lightspeed tokens is the first thing you always want to do is make sure that your Cantina farms are in check, right? No, what are you talking about? User loves the money. Hey, Sastep. I don't see anything. I don't think Hu Yang is a hard farm. I probably wouldn't waste it on Hu Yang. Relic 3 already. Are you talking about the ones for Darth Jar Jar on HodHod? Like, you're getting 5 of them for Darth Jar Jar, and you're like, where should I use those ones? How was the wedding? The wedding was great. I had a lot of fun. Got really drunk, like really, really, really drunk. I'm glad that there was a shuttle. But we had a lot of fun. My wife got really sick because of how much she drank. She was very confused the next day when I was up and I was like, let's go. Like, we're ready to leave. Like, I'm good. I already went for a little walk. And she's like, I don't understand how you did it. We had to stop like 4 times on the way home for her to throw up on the side of the road. Oh my god. Can't hang with the old people. Us older people, we know how to drink and we know how to keep it down. Just in general, both Kyber and the ones I buy. I mean, the Kyber ones I think are probably going to be pirate. Are going to be pirate friendly. We don't know that for sure right now because apparently they're supposed to be, but it wasn't unlocked this week. But I'm pretty sure they will be for Hondo. So your Kyber one should obviously go towards Hondo if they become eligible. First priority, like I hate telling people exacts for Lightspeed tokens, but your first priority is Cantina farms. Get Cantina farms out of the way. Your second priority is anything that you need shards for on a current farm. Like, there's no reason to not do one if you need shards for somebody. So like, I probably wouldn't do it on Hu Yang because he's already 6 stars and already relicked, and so a Kyber LST wouldn't make sense there. It would go to waste. You have, you know, outside of current farms, you know, Zori is a good shout once you start going for Ray. Bad Batch team is a good shout. The new Bad Batch team does work very, very well. But a lot of these things that are not relict are not eligible. You know, they're not useful and eligible. Jolie, do you have Satil? Jolie, you don't have Satil, so it doesn't even matter. I don't think that, you know, what you have left where it even really matters what you use them on. I would just use them on whatever is in front of you. But again, prioritizing Cantina farms. Again, your pirates, you know, you're going to have 5 LSTs coming up. I'm not 100% sure that they'll be pirate eligible, but they should be pirate eligible. I would use them on pirates, prioritizing the Cantina farms. That's really the best answer I can give you there. Am I putting Rada on defense or keeping him for offense? My rule of thumb is if it is an era character with an FDC, you always put it on defense in the first week because people do not know how to deal with it. Does that include me? Will I not know how to deal with it? Yes, that includes me as well. But it confuses people. It throws them off. It makes them like drop battles that they shouldn't drop. So it goes on defense. Will it live on defense after that? That fully and 100% depends on, you know, how he does. 9-0. I don't know if I'll go 9-0 because one of those battles I'll be on vacation, and I might not be able to get to it while I'm on vacation. I might have to speed run my second round while, you know, my wife is asleep at like 6 in the morning. So it's going to be a very, very, very fast round. HodHod, I wish I could be more helpful to you, man, but I think you are kind of getting to that point of the game where there's just one path forward. And that is the path forward. Let's keep going. We have Sensenmann, which reminds me of Entenmann's. I don't know why. Sensenmann. 202. 203. Let's say 203. I didn't even pay for a vacation. Dog, I'm going on vacation with my in-laws. My in-laws paid for this vacation, and all I have to do is be nice. They're not bad in-laws. I have good in-laws. I don't have the money for that crap. Let's see, 204. 203. Sensenmann. My fleet shot is mostly executors with some Leviathans, so newer account. You coordinating? Not yet. Assault battles. Secrets and Shadows is not there. Fanatical Devotion's not there. Duel of the Fates is CT. There's no CT2, but I'm assuming you mean Relic 7. Sugar Daddy-in-law. CT1 on most things. Gearing up my C. Getting the Peridia Patrol, Secrets, Shadows, Assault battles ready, and slowly getting ready for Executor. My next plan was Balin, and then maybe Leia or another GL. How high do you value efficiency? Efficiency is fun. Look, I'm going to level with you. I think that you are probably around the 4 million GP, right? And we're going to check. I think you're somewhere around 4 million GP. So here, 4.8 million. Balin is not efficient. Every content creator recommending Balin early is a fucking moron. Yes, worth the dollar. I don't even care. I think it is some of the worst possible advice that people keep parroting. Is it good for GAC? Sure. But at that level, everything is good for GAC. Every GL is good for GAC. But Balin gives you literally zero return on that investment. And in the early game, your job is to work on your return on investment. Your job is to start building out the events to allow your account to passively acquire income. And we need to stop listening to people saying, go for Balin first because you get a Balin team and you get the Night Sisters team. Shadow, I love Balin. Balin is a great team. I am a big Balin fan. They are amazing. But in the early game, it is not worth it. Seekers and Shadows can go F itself. There's no, because listen, you can get to CT1 easily without any relics. CT2 and CT3 on that event, when the other events you get from other things are so much more important, is worthless. It is such a terrible early farm. And with 2 Cantina farms, you can't afford 2 16 energy Cantina. I know you can like Lightspeed token now, but like when we talk about like the regular game, 2 Cantina farms, it's such an expensive farm. There's so many smarter things you should be doing. It is not a good early farm. What do we got? We got C. I'm not missing that. Why do I... Acceleron. Here's the thing. Almost every GL, especially after Relic Delta, can also clear pretty much every Proving Grounds. But a lot of those GL also build into other things and have a big return on investment around them. You don't need every Proving Grounds early on, because then you end up in Proving Grounds hell, where you unlock 8 of them at once and you go, oh no, which ones do I get? There's only a couple of them that are really useful early on. There is just so many more important things to do. If you're worried about Proving Grounds, just go for Slicker. It's more expensive than Balin, but it's also way more valuable than Balin. Almost every GL can do that now, especially post Relic Delta. Grade score 500,000. Collection. It's one team that will provide you way more value. It is one team that provides you so much more value in the game. But granted, the reason I bring up Slicker is because for $10 you can buy a Lightspeed token to get a Lightspeed bundle, get super close. But granted, I don't recommend people get Slicker first. It is not my recommended first path. I honestly think players should get into the quadrangle as soon as possible. The quadrangle is one of the highest return on investment, smartest paths that a player can go into. Let's see. Slicker, we're kind of like, it's just so... Like, look at this. You're not that much different when we talk about, like, Balin versus Slicker. Quadrangle is, like, the smartest path. We need Hoda. Hoda's Lightspeed token eligible. We need Wampa. Wampa is Lightspeed token eligible. Rebel Officer Leia is unfortunately not Lightspeed token eligible because she is a TB tune, but you do get her through the bounty event, and she is now farmable, even though she is farmable on an annoying node. JML far. Executor. Yeah, I mean, I would finish Executor. I definitely would finish Executor. And that'll give you time to work on, like, Rebel Officer Leia. you know. But once you've gone after Executor, that Jedi Knight Luke, Jedi Master Luke, Profundity, um, Jabba and Leia farm is like insane. The things you get. It takes a long time. It does. It's going to take months and months and months. But you're looking at Rebel Roundup at CT3. You're looking at Military Might at CT3. You're looking at Ground War at CT3. You're looking at another GL ship for GAC. You're looking at the Endor Escalation event, which is not amazing, but it's still nice to have. You're looking at Smuggler's Run 2. There is so much return in building out the quadrangle, and it's such a beautiful thing because there is so much overlap in those farms. So much overlap. Right? Between needing Jedi Knight Luke for JML and Jabba, between Bosch for Leia and Jabba, between 3PO, between Chewpio, between Chewbacca. There are so many ridiculous things there. Those 7 tokens can be used on the GL too, and those GL give you so much more utility. Balin is a terrible early farm. Terrible. Oh my god. He's a good I love the farm. I love the character. But there's just so many better things, and those GL are going to do all those proving grounds for you too. They're going to do better ROI. They're going to link between each other so you can do quicker between the two of them. Better ROI, linking between the two of them, you're going to get the same frickin' proving grounds. Kunkin should be your first farm, if only, right? I'm telling you, finish Executor and go into the quadrangle. Finish Executor, then go into the quadrangle. And if your concern is, oh, proving grounds, which it shouldn't be. You don't need most of those characters this early on. But if your goal is, oh man, I need those, then get Leia first and you'll be fine on all of the important proving grounds. I'm telling you, it is so much smarter. The quadrangle is life. The quadrangle is goals. Players think about GAC, but you should, at this point in the game, you should be thinking about ROI. If Queen was able to be unlocked before 4 million and more normally, how high on the farm list would she be? So if she wasn't a conquest character, right? If she was a farmable character, I would say normally right now I tell people to get Duel of the Fates to Relic 9 by the time you get to like 9 million. I would say I would lower that to somewhere around like 6 million. I don't think Quad May would be so early on that you'd be getting her super, super early in the 3-4 million park. But I do think that she would be a much more reliable tune to get because of Duel of the Fates. Everything to, and Protea Patrol has nothing to do with Balin. You keep bringing up Protea Patrol, but Protea Patrol has to do with Ahsoka, not with Balin. And if you're going to go for Protea Patrol, you might as well get Duel of the Fates first. Duel of the Fates is so much smarter. The ROI on Duel of the Fates is so much better. Like, people can do what they want with their account. I promote fun. I think people should have fun. I think people should have fun farms. But I do not think it is an efficient farm. The quadrangle makes so much more sense. Sensenmann, go for the quadrangle. Hit the quadrangle, and you're good to go. You have to, at the beginning stages, you have to build up the return on investment. You have to build the account out. You have to build up your defenses. You have to build out everything that makes it works. Poverty Patrol. And then you go from there. And the quadrangle gets you there the fastest, the smartest, the strongest, and it gets you 3 GL and a GL ship. And early on, those GL are very hard to beat for players in GAC. All right. We got to move on. We're going to do one more. We're going to do one more, and then I'm going to go have some breakfast. We have Sastep. It's we're going to say 216. I believe Sastep Gaming is here. But Acceleron, if you have a 15.4 million account, then it's your alt. And an alt should always be fun. Screw being efficient on an alt. Right? Like, I'm not, if I were making an alt, I wouldn't be talking about efficiency. But that's different. That is a totally different thing than somebody doing their first account. Feel like me gets slicker than Jow. And then get stop at Relic 10, right? All right. Let's do it. What do we got? We got Sastep. And this is 8-8, and the next one's 8-10. So we're actually pretty caught up. A little bit of history. I started in 2016, quit in 2019, and then played 2023 to 2024, and returned in the February of 2026 and gained 4 million. Since then, I unlocked 3 GLs moving forward. Top 20 of your fleet, all Leviathans, 1 to 2 profundities. There is no fleet arena shard. My guildmate is there, and most of the other people are mature enough to respect each other. It's a 10-year-old shard, and I'm a returning player, so it's probably mostly dead. Looking for, will love to. Overall evaluation of my account, I want to hear about future farms and mods. Your assault battles are really solid here. Your assault battles are very solid here. Only missing CT3 of Fanatical Devotion, but it's CT2. That's perfect. Duel of the Fates is up high. Birthday Patrol CT2. Finishing Jabba Ultimate, switching to Leviathan. After we'll work on Hondo. I'm open for feedback. Usually trying to keep balance. Nope, I already have them. Missing Satil, missing Stranger. Okay, man, the hot debates are coming soon. Once Pirates are released, people will get Picos. I don't think people should get Pico as fast as possible. But I do think that once Pico becomes eligible, then you're going to have the quadrangle. And then we need a really ridiculous name for the triangle. That will be Lord Vader, Ahsoka, and Hondo. And I think it will be smarter to get him earlier, but I don't think it'll be smart to get him early. All right, Sastep is interesting. You played for 3 years, quit, came back, played, returned in February. Unlocked 3 GL. You're very good on your assault battles. I'm going to say 11.5 million GP. Let's see. Okay. That's actually better. 10 million. Good for you. What do we got? Leia Ray, Supreme Leader, Jedi Master, Hondo. We have 5. So it looks like you've kind of hit the quadrangle already, right? You haven't finished Profundity. You probably want to finish him just because you're there. I think that counts that get Jabba and PK early will be able to improve their mods faster than people that don't. But I think that if you're getting Jabba early, that there are other things that you can get to, and getting those Zetas from assault battles is really important. And, you know, getting the finishers and the Kyrotech at that level is still very important. Signal data Bermuda Triangle. I know, but it has to be convoluted. Like instead of square, we call it a quadrangle, right? Because it's convoluted and ridiculous. Leviathan's right there. Obviously finish that. So listen, after you finish Leviathan, you definitely should pick up Profundity. Get Profundity to 5 stars and leave it alone. Because some of the best advice I've given on these streams is the best time to farm a ship is when you don't need that ship. 100% Leviathan is the better farm. Finish Leviathan. You're so close to both of them. Finish Leviathan. But you should be picking up Profundity immediately afterwards. And even if you don't use it, let it just get free shards every month. Let it do that so that when you need it, you have it. I think that all players should always be farming 2 to 3 ships on a slow farm, right? So if there's any ships like Rogue One, you should be doing 5 battles a day. 100% should be doing 5 battles a day on Rogue One. Punishing One's already done. Rogue One, I would be doing 5 battles a day on Marauder, right? If I had to pick the ships that I would be doing 5 battles a day on right now, and I said 3 of them, I would say Rogue One, Marauder, and probably Hyena Bomber. You should just always be on top of having something for ships. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Let's see. What are we missing? See, not super important. I've said this before. I think he's going to be a little bit more important once Jedi Training Leia comes to the game. But that remains to be seen. JMK, not as important right now. Lord Vader, not as important right now. Balin, you're on the closer side too already. So this is where we start to say, okay, maybe Balin's useful. Ahsoka, Tri-Egg. Try the Tri-Egg for the Pico LV Glad. I still have to do the assets for that. We can workshop Tri-Egg to see if we can make it fit more. Where is Commander Tano? Do you have her, but you just haven't unlocked her? Or are you still waiting? Afra, not important. JMMW, not important. Mandalorian Grogu. Just gonna wait a minute, 'cause I need to know where Cat is. I need to know if she's unlockable. If she's at 330 shards. I don't know if he unlocked her. I don't know if he is dead. He's not answering my questions, so I'ma sing my song instead. She's close. It's close. A month, 2 months, 3 months. Paw Patrol's at CT3, Fanatical Devotion. Because, like, do I tell you to go for Ahsoka? I don't know. I need to know how close she is. $280 of 330. So about 2.5 months, 3 months. Okay. We can work with that. We can definitely work with that. My argument, what I would say to do is in that time, so you got about 3 months, don't even bother refreshing her. Finish Leviathan, finish Profundity, boom, easy, quick, done. Then start working on Ahsoka as your primary farm. If you start to get to the point where you're still waiting on Commander Tano and you're like, I gotta wait for her, but I'm getting super close, then you can start working on Balin. Start finishing up Balin. That'll give you 2 teams, and you're at a great point to be working on Balin. By that point, no matter what, the pirates should be in Lightspeed tokens. They will be in Lightspeed tokens. And you should just burn that out to go for Smuggler's Run 3. Right? This is easy, man. This is super easy. Leviathan, Profundity. You know what? My one thing I would say though is, let me change this a little bit. Go for Leviathan. Go for Profundity. Get your Peridia Patrol to Relic 9. Buy yourself a little bit of time. Then go for Ahsoka. Make sure Ahsoka goes to R9. That'll give you plenty of time for Cat. Then finish up Balin. You're mostly shard done with Balin, right? Shin is very close. So you're probably not going to waste Lightspeed tokens on this farm. And while you're working on Balin, we should have pirate lightspeed tokens and start popping those things like Quaaludes and start pushing towards Hondo. That is exactly how I would do this, man. Leviathan, gun it. Profundity, let it sit, let it build up free shards. R9 your Peridea boys. Ahsoka Tano to R9. Work on Balin. Start building Hondo with the lightspeed tokens once they start to become eligible. As a reminder, I strongly recommend always be farming ships 5 battles a day. I recommend a minimum of 2, which would be Marauder and Rogue One. If you can squeeze a third one in there, I would do Hyena Bomber. You should never leave ships on the table. Ever. You should never leave ships on the table. Quaaludes. What is this? The 80s and 90s? Shadow wasn't even born. Does that help? Do you have any other questions? I feel like it's self-explanatory, but I don't know. I'm just an egg. I'm just a poor egg. I don't eat no breakfast, see, because you put hot sauce on, put hot sauce off, eat an omelet with Eli Roth. Always, okay, good. Always make sure, always be farming ships. ABS, always ABFS. I'm gonna tell you, like, I get it, but Rogue One does what it needs to do at 3 stars. Rogue One does what it needs to do at 3 stars, but I still would have it. Marauder is just a solid ship overall. Your Negotiator is maxed out. Not max, but it's at 7 stars. It makes more sense. Always be shipping. Yes. Oh, everybody's always shipping me, Keblock. They're writing fanfics about Egnards and themselves. Okay, mods. Let's see. Mod score. I'm gonna predict that your Omega 110 score is around 4. Let's see what it is. What is it? Oh, it's actually better than I thought. Interesting. Your Omega score is 4, but your Omega top 110 is 7.66. That's actually better than I thought it would be. Oh, I got you for the ult. Okay. Naughty word and egg should egg increment. Your mod score's not that bad. You know, here's the thing with mods is everybody gives advice. It's one of those things where people give anecdotal advice, and I think that they just think about their own situation. I think that there's different levels of where you are in terms of modding. And right now, you know, honestly, you just have a lot of 5-dot mods. You do have a decent amount under 10 speed. Right now, your job, if you were to like follow Tassanex modding, it's very different. And it's very good if you're a Kyber 1 player. You're not a Kyber 1 player yet, and you just need to work on your mod downline. So what I would do in your position is anytime you get a new character, I would just go to that character, see what other people are doing, right? Mods. No. Man, I can't find where things are anymore. Jedi Knight Cal. Player data. No, best mods. Your job right now is just match the sets and the primaries with speed. Just match the sets and primaries with speed so that you can form a downline. Because then when you have that downline, let me get back into my game. Oh, wrong thing. Okay. When you have that downline, what it allows you to do is it allows you to go in here and say, let's see. Oh man, I got like this defense is a bad example because I don't have a lot of defense mods. This is a terrible mod. Let's see if we can roll something decent to show you exactly. No, something with offense. All right, let's see if we can roll this to not suck. Fucking, oh, damn it. Of course, right? We cannot make this mod be good. We're literally just wasting our energy right now. Let's just take this one, right? So if you have your primary and your set correct, then I can go in and say, hey, I've got this offense mod, and I want to see who else has a similar but worse mod, right? And I can go, oh, I got all these guys that have a similar but worse mod, and then I can build this downline where I slowly drop this down over time, right? Like my Sabine, I could definitely give this to Sabine. I know hers has offense secondary. That's okay because it's her offense secondary sucks on it. So I'm gonna say boom. Oh, this has an offense secondary. Excellent. Boom. This is going to Sabine now. It made my life easier. How do I do mods though? Man, I do 6 refreshes a day on mods. On whatever material I need. All of my MK1 goes to mods. I buy this thing every single time. Even though some of them I don't even need anymore. I honestly might start buying ship material because then I can go to the mod store and I do mod refreshes here. And I look around and I see if there's anything that kind of like digs my fancy. It's only 15 crystals. Right? It's the best way to find new mods. But getting new mods is very much a slow burn, very much a very time intensive thing to do that you have to put effort into. You have to ooh, this is not terrible. You have to put energy into it. This is kind of niche, but I'm gonna take it. And we're going to go from there. All right. So we did 4 reviews today. We did some Coliseum today. I think we're going to call it a day right now. We are going to do a stream tomorrow morning as long as my wife doesn't wake up early and want to get on the road early. And we will try to get a review or 2 in during that time because I think there's 1 or 2 still on the list. We're just going to do what we can tomorrow. There will be no brunch on Sunday. I will be on vacation. What do you mean? Mod refreshes? I know. Oh, 6 mod refreshes. You're right, most can't. You're absolutely right, but you should be doing 3 as a minimum. You should be doing 3 as a minimum. I'm just saying, yes, I do 6. If you're on YouTube and you haven't subscribed yet, don't be a dummy. Help a brother out. I've helped you out. Help me out. Hit the button. I like numbers go big. Numbers go higher. It helps me. I'll catch you guys in the morning. And that's it. I wish I had like a cool outro, but I don't. So, peace out.